Hey, what's up guys, Beyond here, and for today's video I'm going to bring you guys another tutorial video. In today's video, the background gameplay is going to be a 16 kill solo one I got. I'm uploading this because it kind of demonstrates what I'm going to be saying in this video, and also it had a really funny ending and I put some jokes inside of the gameplay here and there, so yeah, that's really gameplay. Now let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so basically, the main thing about what my points are going to be today is that it's true that when you're building, if you have a higher sensitivity, you can turn around faster, but turning around faster doesn't affect how fast your player's movement is. So for example, if you're build fighting someone on 10 cents and you're playing on 1 cent, right, and you're ramping right at each other, it doesn't matter if he plays on 10 cents and you play on 1 cent. If you're going right at each other and you start at the exact same time, you're both going to get to each other at the exact same time. So it doesn't matter how fast your sense is. That's going to be basically the main point of my video, and then I'm going to have other points that are going to back that up and other things that are going to have to do with that. It won't specifically be that. So now that you guys know this, let's take this fact that we now know and use it to think of how we can play better in a build fight against players with a higher sense. So if you're playing someone with a higher sense, instead of going right at them and initiating a build fight where you constantly have to build up, build before you get to them, but build in a way where your structure is sturdy. So essentially what I'm trying to say is, instead of getting to them and building where you have to turn and circle up and build one by ones, build right at them with ramps, with double ramps, with ramps with walls and floors behind them, with even the 3-layer ramp. You know, do stuff like this. And something that I generally tell people is that for people with low senses, double ramping is going to be your best friend at all times. And believe it or not, players with slow sensitivities have an advantage over players with high sensitivity that is by far the most important thing in Fortnite. And that is being able to strategize and being able to think before you do something. Now, this is a little, how can I say, it's a little more theoretical or opinionated, but I have good proof to back this up. When you're playing on a high sensitivity, you generally don't focus on your positioning or how you play. You're mostly focusing on your shot because it's so hard to shoot. However, when you're playing on a sensitivity like 6 or 7, you don't have to focus as much as in your shot because it's easier to shoot on those sensitivities. And what this does is it makes you a much better player, as you don't have to focus anymore on shooting, and you'll be able to focus on other things like your positioning, your like where you're shooting at them from, like what you should do during certain situations, doing clutch plays when you have to. So this is something that lower sense players have that higher players don't have. Now, a good example of how you could not get into situations where you have to turn in order to build yourself cover is if you need to like drink a big shoulder, a slurp or something, put a pyramid down instead of building a 1x1. This way you won't have to spend too much time building, and you can just quickly, you know, activate your slurp or your big shoulder, your med kit without wasting too many mats, and by doing it as fast as possible. Alright guys, that's going to be all I have for this video. Watch till the end because I actually have a pretty good example of what I mean by you don't need to outbuild, or you can outbuild your opponent with 6 sensitivity, because at the end, the last guy was a decent builder, and I got in a build fight with him, but I ended up winning the game. So that's a good example, and yeah, I made it a little funny too. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and thank you for watching, and have a great day. Literally in the Matrix right now!
Is this the crust? No!
Yo, this dude might actually be a good builder. I should be careful.
Wrong.